Sir, do you know why I'm pulling you over?
Because you're racially profiling me.
Have you been drinking?
No.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you swerving all over the place?
I just got off of probation. I'm happy.
So that's why you're swerving?
Mm-hmm.
What is that in your hand?
This is my friend Tito. He's a little dog.
That's your bottle.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
it's half empty.
It says Tito is my friend.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Why is your breath smell like that? I smell your breath through my mustache.
You have the right to remain silent. Are you in a gang?
No.
What's up with that bandana? Are you repping colors?
No, ma'am. I mean, sir, I have a receding hairline and I try to.
Why did you just say that?
I'm just trying to be polite.
So you said sir?
Yes, sir.
No, but I'm a woman.
Well, you sound like a man.
See, now you're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
You're drunk.
I'm not.
I need you to put your hands behind your back.
No, last time I did that, they tried to have sex with me in prison.
Well, that's
I'm not going to do that.
Well, that's what we're doing now.
Why are we in an alley? What's up, guys? My name is JC.
And I'm Bethany.
We are the raw, uncut
Unfiltered.
couple.
If you ain't seeing it here,
You ain't living it. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss nothing. And we hope that around these holidays you are staying safe. Remember, there is an app now on your phone where you can call a taxi and they'll pick you up. It is called...
I thought you were gonna say track when the police are coming.
That one too. They have an app for that too. They have apps for everything. They have Grindr. They have. Oh no, that's a different one.
He talks about Grindr a lot, so I'm telling you, one day.
It's just the old JC. Mm-hmm. But for real, man. All joking to the side. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs and drive. Mm-hmm. Don't burn holes through your seat when you're smoking weed in your fucking car. You know.
You'll be pissed the next day like I was. I
just be
all
safe.
My roof.
Oh, you on the roof? From cigarettes, huh?
Yeah. I didn't even realize that I'd be smoking and bam, so many times just hitting it.
Yep. When I was smoking blunts in my car too, same thing. But be safe, guys. Don't drink and drive. Just be safe. You know what I mean? You could always hurt somebody else or hurt yourself and go to prison for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So today we're gonna talk about the first time we got arrested. Individually, okay?
Yeah, we weren't together.
Together.
We've never been arrested together.
Hopefully we'll never get arrested
Cross
together.
our fingers. Yeah. Had we met when we were younger,
Oh, we would have been.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep. We'd have been dead or in jail for life.
Yeah, most likely.
But how old were you when you first got arrested?
14.
Oh wow, you beat me. Well, no, technically not, but the shoplifting one really doesn't count because I didn't really get arrested.
I had the same thing, but I was 5.
Shoplifting at 5?
No, I was vandalizing houses.
Oh, vandalizing houses.
That's a little worse than shoplifting.
At 5?
5.
You were vandalizing houses?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I got caught. My brothers ran. I stayed. I didn't even know how tall I was, how much I weighed. They asked me all these questions. I was crying hysterically on the floor.
How the fuck can they ask a kid all those questions like that?
Well, they did.
They're not even supposed to question you without an adult being present.
I know. They did.
You see? Mm-hmm. You don't surprise me.
They didn't care. I had everything in my hand where it was like so obvious what I was doing. Obviously I didn't know because I was so stupid.
No, you were young. And obviously your brothers influenced the fact of you being...
Well, it was their idea, you know? And then I was like, oh, I want to do it too. So they had me doing it with them. Stupid ass.
So you got arrested at 14.
Yeah, I was 14. So I was just getting over mono, which is like the worst thing. And I hadn't been out of the house for like 2 weeks. So finally when I started feeling better, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go tell my mom I'm going to the mall, but I'm really going across the street to this complex. I'm gonna meet this girl and her friends to smoke. So I get there, we're all smoking, whatever. I had just moved to Florida, not, you know, I wasn't there that long. So I'm, you know, we're smoking cigarettes, we're smoking weed. All of a sudden, all these lights come flashing behind us, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, your heart is like, my heart went into my ass. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So they're like, everybody stop. Do you have anything on you? So I'm like, no. You know, and everybody was like, no. Now, mind you, about 5 minutes prior, my friend was like, hey, I don't have my purse. Can you hold this for me?
Never. Never hold nothing for nobody.
Yeah, I know. Now I know. So it was weed in tinfoil.
It's the oldest trick in the book, and people always tell you to hold it because they're scared to hold it.
Yeah, I know. She did that on purpose. And I know if she watches this, she knows. She knows about that thing. So anyway, I take it from her. So now when they're asking, like, does anybody have anything? I said no because I forgot that I even had it. You know, so they're going through, so the one kid, they're checking him, they get in his pants, he has an ounce of weed. So they put him in handcuffs. The next one, same thing, he had a little bit less, they put him in handcuffs. So now I'm sitting there and she's right next to me and I'm like, oh shit.
These kids are 14-year-old and they're fucking walking around with ounces of weed on them.
And I was high as anything, so I'm like, then I realized that I had it. So I was like, take my purse right now. And she was like, what? I said, take my purse now. Like, your shit is in here. She was like, no, I'm not taking it. I was like, take my fucking purse, you know? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. So now the cop was like, ma'am, I said, I'm not gonna lie, there's something in my purse, but it's not mine. And he was like, yeah, okay, that's what they all say. I'm like, no, I'm not joking, it's hers. And he's like, no, stand up. He's like, where is it? So I showed him. He was like, I don't even think we would have found this. And I was like, oh, that's fucking nice. So now he's like, put your hands behind your back. So I put my hands behind my back. They sit me on the curb and they're going through everything. So now they go to pick me up. I take my heel off and I throw it at her because I'm like so pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Tell them it's yours. And she was like, it's not mine. It's not mine. And they know her. She's been arrested so many times. So I'm like, okay. So I get in the car, my hair's all in my face, the windows are up, it's like 90 degrees out. So I'm like screaming. The cops comes back and he's like, man, what's this? And I was like, what? He's like, whose ID is this? And I was like, all right, that's not mine either. When I was in the club, I found this ID, but I never used it. And he was like, yeah, okay. He's like, now you're getting charged with having a fake ID, trespassing, and possession of marijuana. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is not mine. I'm going back and forth. He's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's in your possession. So he closed the door on me, and I'm like flipping out. I feel like shit. So she finally, like her mom gets it, she finally admits it's hers. She feels bad, and the cop was like, it doesn't matter. You're in possession of it. You're getting arrested. Now we get to the police station. The one kid is 18, and everybody else was underage, 14, 15. So they're like, all right, take your picture. So I'm like standing there, and I can't stop laughing, like during the mugshot. And they're like, ma'am, you need to be serious. And I'm like, okay, you know, and I keep laughing, and they're like, you think your mom's gonna be happy when she comes here and sees you? I'm like, she's not gonna care.
Mrs. Savage.
So anyway, they book me. They take the one kid and they're like, all right, you're going this way. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm going with them. And they're like, he's like, no, you're 18. You're going to jail. Like, they're just being processed and put, you know, we had to get put in whatever cells, and then our parents had to come get us. So when my mom got there to pick me up, they were like, Miss so-and-so, you're free to go to me. And I was like, that's not even my name, right? So I was like, okay. You know, so I leave, and I end up finding out later on, they ended up charging the person with the fake ID. So everybody else went to court, paid fines, got probation, all that stuff. I didn't get anything because they charged the fake ID with the possession, the trespassing, and everything. And like the cop fucked up.
So they wrote the paperwork wrong.
Yeah, it showed that I had been arrested, but I was never charged with anything.
Yeah.
The fake ID was charged. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when they rush through paperwork. That's why cops hate doing paperwork. Sometimes
they'll let you go.
Sometimes, yeah, they would like catch us in the neighborhood, and since it was almost time for them to like clock out, they would be like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm not gonna waste my time with paperwork right now." And they would make us leave. I mean, I got arrested numerous times, and they let me just go.
Yeah, well, because they don't. I know. If it's too much for them, they won't even do it.
No, they won't do it. It's a lot of paperwork. I remember sitting there cuffed to the bench and they would sit there for hours writing shit. But the first time I got arrested,
What were you doing?
it was like midnight and I was like coked out of my brain.
How old were you?
I want to say like 16, and I had just finished watching Scarface.
I think you were supposed to be Italian.
I just finished watching Scarface, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go patrol my neighborhood, just in case there's some enemy gang members walking around or driving around, and I couldn't find no handguns in the house because I don't know. Usually the guys would hide the guns from me because obviously I have like I don't know how many gun cases, but I was trigger happy for a very long time, and I couldn't find a fucking handgun, so I go check in the back in the garage, and I find this like big ass fucking shotgun, the really old ones that you fold in half.
Oh yeah.
And you gotta put the like bullets in there, just 2 bullets, and that's it. But it's like super long. It's like 5 foot long. It looks like to hunt deer or something.
You wouldn't get caught.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm taking this. But you know, I was so like I was on drugs. Obviously, I was so coked out that I wasn't thinking. And here I go walking with it, and I have a black trench coat on. And I'm walking with it.
And you were like, say hello
to my little friend. So I'm walking, and I'm walking with this big ass shotgun, right? And I'm thinking like I'm super tough. I'm like listening, like got that song playing in my head, like staying alive, ha 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 ha, staying alive. I don't know why, but I was like choo choo choo. I'm walking, I see this black car coming, and I was like, yup, this is my moment to shine.
Was there anybody around?
No, it was dead in the street. It
So
was
you weren't
midnight.
even doing it for like
midnight.
to try to show
And it was a
off.
very dark street. It was on Spalding and like 60th, and it was dark. And I ran up to the street. I put up the shotgun, and all 4 doors opened up. It was a black police undercover car. It was the gang unit.
Oh my god.
They opened up and they're like, drop it. And I was like, ah! I dropped the gun, and I ran through the yard. I tried to throw I had a half an 8-ball on me because I had been already up doing it. I drop it, I run, they catch me like a block down. And I mean, they beat the shit out of me. You never pull out a gun on fucking cops, especially in Chicago. And you know, these are cops that I grew up pretty much. They knew me on first name basis. They already knew who I was, everything. They beat the shit out of me because I pointed the gun at them, and I was trying to tell them that I was just playing. You know, I didn't really mean nothing by it. And yeah, that was my first gun case. After that, I just kept on catching them back to back.
Well, you loved it. I'm joking.
I don't know, I became very, very, what they call in Chicago, trigger happy. I just always wanted to have a gun. But I did have a moment once where, remember how I was telling you, people that always tell you to hold something for them is because they don't want to hold it?
Oh yeah.
So one day I was walking in my neighborhood with one of my friends, and it was like broad daylight. It was like maybe 1 in the afternoon. And I was afraid to carry the gun because I had just got out from a gun case. So, and it was like daylight and the cops drive around at that time in my neighborhood. So I was like, here, hold it, because I gotta tie my shoelaces. And I started just like, I knew what I was doing. And I started tying my shoelaces, and then we just started walking. Right when we started walking, the gang unit pulls up. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And they jump out, and I was like, oh shit. He takes off running, they caught him with the gun. So I know exactly what it is when you're not trying to hold something.
Yeah, at the time, when she was like, can you hold this? I was like, dumb bitch, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I'll hold it. That's what I was thinking, you know?
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I got it. She's gonna forget about it. I got more for later. And then boom. Yeah.
Karma's a
Dumb,
bitch.
I know. And then I was like, this ain't mine. Oh my gosh. It's
Hey
just
guys,
funny.
and this is the reason why we share these stories, and we hope that we make you smile, laugh, cry, everything, is that, you know, by doing this, we hope that you guys see how dumb sometimes the decisions that we make.
Yeah.
Even as adults, sometimes you even do stupid shit like that. It's not just kids.
You just don't continue
Yes.
to make those stupid decisions.
Yes.
I know, after I got arrested, I was like, I mean, I was in that cell by myself, right? And I'm like flipping out because I had mono and I felt like I was gonna throw up, and I'm like banging on the door and they shut the lights off on me and I'm in there all by myself. I'm like, oh, I'm never doing this shit again.
Yep.
Even though I still, you know, it's like you still do things, and it's like until when is enough, you know?
When is
Until
enough?
you,
And
yeah.
sometimes people don't change at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
When you
is
do things right.
when you live hard, life is easy.
When you live easy.
No, trust me, guys. I know how hard it is. We both know how hard it is to make a complete change and everything.
Yeah.
But it is possible, and you do have to do the work. And all. You'll change when you're tired and you feel like you've had enough.
Oh, when you're ready too.
When
And
you're ready.
the biggest thing, here we go again.
The biggest thing.
I keep speaking like him.
I know.
It's
He
getting-
copied all my verses.
I know, but he's getting better at all his speeches because of me.
I was pondering the fact
I don't talk like that.
whether I
See,
should
like-
use mustard or ketchup.
So, you know what I was thinking about
What?
the other day?
What?
You know how like we have to wear the mask,
Uh-huh.
like in the stores,
Uh-huh.
in the gym? I think you should wear it when we're having sex.
Why?
Because you're like right on top of me.
Huh?
We all know why.
That your breath smells?
No, we need you to wear it. I need you to wear it so that
You need to wear it, because I can smell
Jay
that shit
turned
right
on.
now.
Where is
I can
it?
smell that shit right
He's
now.
such a lie, but I do think, you see? I do think you should wear it.
Every time you turn this way, my eyes start to water. My eyes start to
You see
water.
what I mean? It's okay.
Let's just put it like this. Your breath smells, and I accept it. I know that my ass smells, and
I
then
know,
you
but
accept
your
it.
breath smells too.
I just brushed my
All
teeth right
yesterday. Yeah, I know. It smells like shit toothpaste.
now. No, I just brushed my teeth right now.
I know, I can smell it.
That's because I drink
It's
protein
shitty
shakes.
toothpaste. So do I.
Oh, that's why it smells like that?
No.
But what's like the sidekick of like a little spice?
What?
Huh?
All yesterday when we were in the bed.
What?
It smelled so bad, and I just sat there and like took it like a champ. I
'Cause you love
did.
me.
If I pulled you over and your breath smelled that bad, I'd probably be like, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Actually, take a drink.
My name's JC.
And I'm Bethany,
We are the raw, uncut.
unfiltered.
If you ain't seen it here,
You ain't living it.
we are the savages.
I chose the life I'm living. Out here trapping, getting it. Turn to work the bitch. Always interested. I try.